This is not what the players wanted, Blizzard. I will not stand here effortless while you remove the most iconic part of Roadhog. How am I supposed to whip people to death with my sharp and probably very heavy steel hook when it deals whopping 5 damage? Hello, random strangers. Today, I will be the only person on this planet who will defend this fat piece of garbage.
Remember before when I was talking about smelly garbage, I was actually talking about you.
Because I personally think that they crossed the line here, and today I'll try my best to prove you I'm right, or at least show you some new perspectives that you might have missed while celebrating and drinking with your friends due to the exciting news that Roadhog is slowly becoming a Bridget 2.0. Just wait a few months and no one will play him, just watch. If the solution to your problem is to make a hero unplayable, then rework him already. Before we continue, I'll say something very important that will change your entire point of view on this video, and that is I am not a Roadhog main, but I like him very much. More about it later on. So, to start, let's address the elephant in the room, and the main reason why everyone is so happy, and that is Roadhog not being able to one-shot anymore. Hooray! The way it's achieved is with 3 direct nerfs and 3 buffs to balance things out. You see, this is very funny because nothing in this game is actually balanced. 2 of the nerfs are directed to the chain hook, and the rest of the changes are made to the scrap gun, so I think we can clearly see what is hated the most in his kit. The hook, as I mentioned in the intro, does 5 damage now instead of 30, so to give you a better perspective, this change has lowered the hook's damage for about 80%. Now imagine you lower some heroes' HP for the same amount. Yeah, a Widow with 40 HP wouldn't stick, would it? Those kind of changes that ruin the most iconic part about a certain character should be executed slower, with some care, not throwing shit at the wall and seeing what sticks. But this is only the first half of the nerfs to the hook. The second one is that your pulled target is now put 4 meters from you instead of the previous 3. You might think that this isn't much. 1 meter can't make such a big difference, but trust me, it does. Now, instead of pulling people, you barely move them an inch, depending on the situation, of course. Roadhog is fundamentally busted from the get-go. No matter the changes in numbers, the hook itself is the main reason people hate Hog. The main reason Overwatch 2 exists is because of the huge dramatic stun overhaul in the first place, but keeping the ability that not only stuns you from a fairly decent range, but also displaces you right in front of your enemy, who has a shotgun of all possible weapons, makes sense. Wanna fix Hog? Remove the hook. Don't make it as garbage as you can, so people stop playing the character out of frustration, and also, whoever thought that you are now safe from getting one shot, here's a clip for ya. You are not safe. Shocker, especially knowing that when you do get hooked, you are always met with the beautiful face of our main character of this story, and usually there are those little other inconveniences with him that might cause additional harm to you when you get pulled. They're called teammates. They can shoot you too, so unless you are a tank who can somehow outlive the wrath of 5 people at the same time, or you have a competent balanced hero in your team, you will die. Moving on, the scrap gun has been hit with a DJ Khaled once again.
Another one.
As the changes implemented now are the exact same as those done a few years ago. That's why I think it's super funny that Blizzard is doing it anyways, knowing it won't fix the issue of the gold displacement. The gun now fires and reloads slightly faster than before, with an additional shot added, giving it a total of 6 shots. Huge congratulations to the designing team going one step closer into transforming Roadhog into Diva. His primary weapon was supposed to be feared, it was supposed to be something that you don't want to get close to. But now that the damage is lower, not only is it easier to out-heal him with Soldier for example, but it simply makes the character weaker in the department that he was supposed to excel at. The more ammo you give, the more spammy the character will become. So now, if we have 6 shots to go through, it will be way easier to defend choke points or just straight tunnels with your right clicks. I don't know about you, but I don't want this game to become who can spam better in the general direction of your enemy's simulator. We already have Junkrat in the game. Now Hog is the most useful shield breaker in the game, right behind Bastion, but he's still going to be the most annoying tank to play against. Wow, that sounds like a great idea for a video. Oh wait! Going back to the hook for a second, what Hog is known for is also the environmental kills. In this category, the further distance of the pulled target is a giga buff, as not only will the kills be more secure because the target will be put further from the edge, but also more consistent. When you pulled other tanks, like a second Roadhog for example, sometimes his little toe would get stuck on the tiniest pixel of the balcony you were trying to pull him off of, but since everyone will be 1 more meter away, those situations won't happen again. Overall, that's the only positive I can find in the hook changes, and we'll see how long will it take for people to complain once again. In conclusion, the nerfs are deserved. The unskilled playstyle of Hog is too powerful to be assigned to a tank role. Now we can at least be sure that the sneaky Hog gimmick will not be a thing anymore, or at least not that powerful, and that you still will get hooked by the Hog and it will still be the main reason if you die. It's a shame that the most punishing hero is now becoming a pathetic joke and will not be feared like he used to be. Players won't learn to respect the abilities of enemy heroes, but that's not my problem. Good luck dealing with Farah Mercies as Winston, I guess. That's why I liked the Hog the way he was before the nerfs. He punished the bad positioning, countered disgusting cheesy strats, and actual competent players knew that in order to engage on him, you should bait out or wait until he wastes his hook. Learning to notice and decide on how to attack based on what abilities have been used by both your team and the enemies is a very vital skill in Overwatch, and Roadhog serves this purpose as a very strict teacher. You get hooked, you most probably die. You wait out or bait out his hook? Bravo! You are rewarded with 6 or 7 seconds of just reckless free fire on the fat and juicy hitboxes of Roadhog, because Hog without the hook really needs to land his shots in order to secure a kill. It's really easy to outheal his raw damage unless he lands those mid shots. And lastly, dear Blizzard, if you want your player base to not be annoyed at your game, just remove the Suzu already, for God's sake. Thanks for watching, bye bye.